All right, y'all. What's going on, man? Welcome to another week of Reflect with Vaughn. I'm your host, comedian Vaughn Michael. We do this once a week. This is our second week here. Last week we did this. We do all reflection. This is a podcast. I'm a comedian, stand-up comedian, Torn. I come on here. We reflect on the week, what we learned, how we growing, and just go into like deep personal stories and stuff like that. Thank y'all so much for checking in. I'm live right now on TikTok. I will be looking at some of the comments a little bit later. Um, but I want to just go ahead and get started. This week, I want to start off by saying one thing I learned is that is validation keeps you in unhealthy friendships. That's one thing that I'm learning as I've been growing, man. I remember I had this friend, man. I would even say it's a friend, right? Because I feel like you gotta be careful of you. One person always told me, don't just call everybody a friend. People gotta earn the word friendship. So I had this person who I considered a friend. Um, I've realized that I wanted validation from them, but it was putting me at unhealthy. Um, it was affecting my mental health, right? So one reason I say why the relationship was bad, there was like this person was a peer, a coworker. There was this underlying sense of competition that this person had with me, right? And I wasn't competing with them, but they were competing with me. And I didn't know this until after I process and reflect everything. For example, this person had got something, an achievement, and I congratulated. I was like, "Yo, that's so dope! Like, I want to congratulate you on getting that." And they was like, "You really congratulating me, Vaughn? You know, like really, really?" Like they was trying to make it seem that I was jealous, but in reality, I wasn't jealous. I was happy for them because I wanted to see my friend win, right? But when I went back and processed that, I realized that this person was projecting. Like they were projecting the fact that that's how they look at things. When I get something, they feel competition, they feel jealousy. So they thought that when the roles were reverses, I was going to be jealous. It's like, nah, I want my team to win, right? Because if somebody in my circle wins, we all wins, right? You dope, that makes me look dope. Like I want that to be the thing. So that was one of the things that I yeah, you're right, Pretty V. I'm looking Pretty V put in the chat. That's how it be. Yeah. So another thing with this person I realized is that things were one sided, right? And what I mean by that is that whenever they wanted to vent about something, I was always there, but it wasn't always reciprocal. For example, right? This person was mad at a coworker that we both knew. This coworker wasn't my friend, but I knew the person. So I was like, literally, I would be right there listening to them. And like, I'm the type of person, like, you vent about somebody, look, I'm cheering you on. Like, I'm there. I'm like, hey, I got you, friend. Like, I'm talking about the person too, because that's you, my friend. So I gotta, like, let my friend know I got your back, right? And I would do that consistently. So finally, fast forward, there was a time when I was going through something with a coworker, and they wanted to make sure it known that they have no problem with the person that I'm talking about. And it caught me off guard, right? Because it was just like, why are you, doing it? Like, we're friends. I'm not going to repeat this conversation. This is between me and you, right? And that's when I realized, like, that just was not my friend. Once again, it was just like, I'm seeking validation from somebody, and it has me in this unhealthy friendship. Um, and so what I realized and came to the realization of it all was self doubt. Thank you, Pretty V, for liking the live. It was self doubt, man. My self doubt was causing me to seek validation from this person. Because a lot of times, I work in the field of stand-up comedy. Um, a lot of jobs, right? If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, there's like a straight up line. So like, you got to go to college, you got to do a certain amount of hours and then you get the job. But when you are a stand up comic, or comedian or artist just in general, right? There's no straight path. There's so many different ways to make it. And there's a lot of uncertainty because there's just no straight path to make it. So we deal with a lot of self doubt as artists, right? So, um, what that causes is us to seek validation from people. When you got so much self doubt, a lot of times you want other people to validate you. But what I'm learning is that journaling is the way to keep the haters away. Um, Journaling is really the way that you can stop those loops of seeking validation from so many people. I noticed that, one of the things that I always do is I want to call people. Like whenever I'm going through something, I need to call somebody to try to like regulate my emotions and go through it, right? But I started journaling this week, and I realized that I called less people because I journal. Like I felt no need to it, right? Because what they say is, well, what I've been learning is a lot of times when we like trying to like talk to other people, we on TikTok, we scrolling, we watching movies. It's all avoidance. It's avoidance to avoid what we're feeling. But when you journaling, you actually face what you're dealing with. And journaling is it's powerful, man. Like I was journaling this week, and it's one of them things where like it sounds so simple and so basic, but it actually works. So, um, because there's like two things you can kind of get caught up into, right? They call it rumination or processing, right? And journaling helps you process. Is which is what I'm learning. So rumination is when you're like constantly just thinking about stuff and like replaying that idea in your head over and over again. Um, and but journaling, what happens is when you actually write the stuff down in your journal, um, you get all of it out, and then you actually figure out the solution afterwards. So, hold on one second. So, journaling literally makes you and helps you um, keep unhealthy things away. Um, Powerful, man, powerful. Because I just started back up this week too with the journaling. I haven't done it in a while. I had kind of got away from it, and I needed it, man. I really needed it. Um, Someone in the chat, thank y'all so much for joining, man. If you in the chat right now, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like the live. Thank you so much, Pretty V, for liking the live. And also, type in the chat where you are from. I'd love to know where people are watching from, because I didn't know TikTok was all over the world. All right. So, next topic I want to talk about um, is something that I heard. And this thing is powerful, right? It says, anger is the frustration of a goal that is blocked. Anger is the frustration of a goal that's blocked. Summer, South Carolina. Oh, Pretty V, I'm going to actually be performing in South Carolina. I got a show coming up down there. Make sure you add me. I got some shows and get some tickets for there. Um, so I heard that this week, and it made me think about um, a situation that I had, right? I do a lot of like productions and collaborations with other artists and stuff like that. And one of the things, And sometimes, like, when you like, I'm an independent artist, I do everything, pay everything out of pocket, and just trying to grow the brand and stuff like that. So a lot of times when you paying the things out of pocket and you don't have the big Netflix or the big production company, stuff like that, you can get behind on paying stuff like that. So I got behind on paying like some of the artists and the film production and stuff like that, which is very normal. But one of the artists, what I realized is that I thought that they started going crazy and stuff like that about it. And then eventually I paid them. And I actually ended the relationship afterwards because they got real disrespectful, and they were like blasting me and stuff like that and just talking to me any type of way. I'm the type of person that, if I feel disrespected, I'm done, right? But after this person got paid, they still was angry and upset with me. And that's when I realized I learned the quote today, this week, about anger shows you where the frustration at. I realized that they was never angry about the money. They were angry about the loss of access to me. Because this person, they blew up when they could call me, no longer hang around me. And this whole time I thought it was about the money, and it was like, no, they was angry about um, about that. And what it showed me was that this person, one, does not know how to regulate. They need to journal. You need to journal because instead of being angry at me, they should be going out and get more work, talking to other people, um, and doing stuff like that so that they can grow their brand. And that's when I kind of like realized that. Um, Hold on one second. Yeah, it's not my fault that I no longer want to work with you. That's part of the business, brother. Um, Give me one second, y'all. Give me one second, y'all. Who's your favorite comedian? If you're still here, what's your favorite comedian? All right, all right, y'all. Last thing is, last week we talked about emotional eating. So I want to update y'all on that. Man, it's been rough, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Emotional eating this week. I have eaten bad. Um, Hopefully it gets better. My doctor was trying to get me on Ozempic. I don't think I'm gonna do Ozempic, y'all. I'm not gonna do Ozempic. It's no, I'm good. Cause me too, LOL. Yeah, the emotional eating, it is rough. But what I have noticed is that now that I've been doing the journaling, it's actually been helping. But what I have noticed is that now that I've been doing the journaling, it's actually been helping. It gives you, because a lot of times what I realized is that you're feeling these emotions, and like they're just so powerful that you just eat, right? But um, when you journal, you get power over your emotions, so you stop eating. So this week, I think I'm going to just keep focused on journaling so that we can stop that emotionally eating, and doing that. And yeah, I think that's about it. If you got any questions in the chat for me, um, let me know. 1 second. Pretty V, have you ever had the realization of um, you have to stop dealing with inconsistent people? Ever had the realization of um, you have to stop dealing with inconsistent people? And when you run people away from them, y'all, run away from inconsistent people. Let's unpack that. So I've noticed that um, in my life, there's like I always the type of person that I'm always showing up for people, right? Like I'm there for everybody. Like if you call me, I'm there for you. I'm on the spot. Like you have no um we lit somebody drunk. Um but the thing is, everybody isn't as, consistent with you. Like they're not they don't like to return that, right? And like I'm noticing that like with a lot of like friendships now, at this age. It's almost like people um they don't want to be there for you like you are there for them. And I know you're not supposed to um, expect anything from anybody, right? But you want people to be there for you as well. Like, like why I got a cup, and if I'm pouring everything into you, like there's nothing in my cup. So as I was journaling this week, I realized that um, I need to stop pouring into so many people that's not reciprocating, right? Because it's definitely not fair to me. Um, yeah, we want them to be there for us like we are to them. Yes, Pretty V, I feel you on that. And so I've started like honestly unfriending people on social media, unfollowing people because I'm in a season now where it's like it's time to make room for the type of people that I want, right? Like I want somebody that gonna answer the phone, listen to what I gotta say, um, don't respect me. Like I want to just be. I think that in life we just want to be respected and heard and seen, and I'm at a point now where it's just like if I'm not getting that, like peace. Like it ain't nothing against you. I got no disrespect or nothing like that. But yeah, I gotta say it louder. Yes. It's one of those things, man. And it's hard too. It's hard to like um to set those boundaries, right? Because a lot of times what I'm learning is that the reason why we attract so many inconsistent people and why we want to stay around them, a lot of it got to deal with our childhood, right? Because I'm the type of person, like in my childhood, like I was a teenager. I had a job at 15, right? And my parents borrowed money from me, and I didn't know that that was affecting me to this day, right? Because I've always been like the type of person like I feel like at a young age, yes, peace is the number one thing for me. Not a car, not a BMW, not money, peace. But yeah, at a young age, you know, I felt like I could never depend like on my parents, and I had inconsistency. Like my parents were borrowing money from me, so now this age, I got so sometimes we get used to what we're familiar with, right? And I feel like that's like why to this day um, I'm still attracting certain people. And what I'm realizing is that we got to break these generation curses. We got to break these things that happened when we were younger, and we got to like create new healthy attachments. So that's why now, like I'm genuinely clearing out space so that we can have those healthy relationships. They call it a pruning season. And it can get very lonely. You feel alone when you're going through it. But you just got to focus and know that better is coming, right? I heard that like if you got like a parking lot and if all the cars in the parking lot, if every space is taken up, no one can come park their car. And you got to look at that like with life, with friendships, jobs, and stuff like that. So this week, I'm definitely going to just make sure I keep, just being intentional with closing chapters with friendships, and also understanding that you gotta grieve when you end these friendships as well too. That's something they never really tell us about. When these friendships end or we stop dealing with certain people, there's a grief that goes with it, right? Like, I was literally sitting there journal the other day, and I'm like writing down how I felt about someone that I'm not talking to no more. And then I was like, yo, this is grief. Like, no wonder I'm emotionally eating, because I'm going through grief. But grief is beautiful. Grief is beautiful. So 2026, no more is beautiful. So 2026, no more inconsistency. If you inconsistent, peace. But yeah, that's been a lot, man. That's been a lot. So before we get out of here today, I do want to let you know, we're doing this, first of all, every Monday, 10 o'clock p.m. Reflect with Vaughn. So pretty V, make sure you come back next week. I also have a Zoom comedy show. Tickets are on sale now for $7. If anybody want to watch that, just send me a DM. And I can give you the link so that you can purchase a ticket. We're gonna do a Zoom comedy show, funny DM, and I can give you the link so that you can purchase a ticket. We're gonna do a Zoom comedy show, funny. It's gonna watch online, watch them anywhere. You can be in Nigeria, Africa, Brooklyn, Montana. If you want to watch some comedy online this Friday, 9 p.m., get your tickets for that. And then stand up wise, I got a show in Maryland. I'll be posting some dates soon, so I'll be on tour in Maryland. Also, I think I got West Virginia coming up in March. We got West Virginia, Maryland. We got Virginia, North Carolina, and then we also got Pennsylvania coming up. So I got some tour dates. South Carolina, I think, is either April or May. I got to double check. I'll let you know about that. I appreciate you. So yeah, so we'll be back next week, 10 o'clock. Some more reflection, some more healing. We're gonna check in and see how our emotional eating has been going, how our healing journey been going, and all that good stuff. Other than that, have an amazing night, and I will talk to y'all.